Welcome to Tarot Tuesday for the week of May 26th. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. Take what resonates, and if this reading doesn't speak to you, go check out your other two signs videos for deeper messages. So Sagittarius, we are here at the polar opposite time of the year from you in Gemini season, and we are going to have a full moon in your sign on the 31st. So while all of this Gemini energy is flitting around, it's just fueling that fire of this full moon in your sign to really get that focus of what it is that you want to work on, where you want to aim your passions right now. Yeah? So we also, starting this week off, we have Mars trining off with Pluto. And so, yeah, there's this little degree of tension, but really this is a good time right now, at least at the beginning of this week, to, speak your truths and get whatever information that you need, because on the 1st of June, we're going to have Mercury move out of Gemini into Cancer. And so Cancer is going to make communication, come back to more of a smooth pace. It won't be so sporadic, but it also, because sometimes that crab likes to shell up, it can kind of block things off. So just know that that's coming up. It's not a bad thing or anything. It's just that, yeah, things are going to move a little differently. And yeah, things are already starting to slow its pace as Mars went into Taurus about a week ago. Yeah, so let's see what we got going on for Sagittarius. And this week I'm using the Starseed Oracle to tap into this Gemini energy. So let's see what we got going on for Sagittarius. Come on. Whale and Orca Elders. Whale and Orca Elders, share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. So for you, Sagittarius, it's funny because it's a Starseed Oracle deck, but it's got these strong ties to the deepest oceans, to the largest mammals in this reading. But yeah, those whale songs, really, Sagittarius, tapping into that heart of yours, that beat that keeps you going. That is what you want to focus on, especially around that full moon, is what is it that is your heartbeat, that gets your heart going, And everybody has their own speaking frequency, and so we all tend to vibe with people that resonate with it. Like when we're saying things like that, it can literally be the sound of a person. There was a study out, it was like over a decade ago, at least, if not more, of there's a certain frequency that women speak at that men just can't even hear. And so there's a frequency that we can all vibrate at that isn't even being heard by others. So Sagittarius, you just want to pay attention to your song. What really is your rhythm and speed and tone, and where is it working? And one of the things that I learned while I was teaching a throat chakra meditation is that your body can be that healing tool just by your voice. Your voice is the healing tool. You can basically, in the humming, one time while I was teaching it, I felt it. I felt that moment that my body was resonating like a singing bowl within me. So Sagittarius, don't be afraid of using your own voice, as it is one of your strongest resonating tools. Yeah? Double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. You are doubling down on you. Just being authentically you is enough. Your voice, your frequency is your tool for the world. And so Sagittarius, if you're not necessarily a singer, remember, this is one thing that's been coming up too, is that in other cultures, in other ways of living versus this society where we put people on a pedestal for certain things, in other cultures, everybody's considered an artist. Everybody sings and dances and, you know, does their own versions of art that speak to them, and nobody's ever put down for not being good enough. People aren't put on these, like, you know, pop star pedestals for being oh so good at it, because I don't know, some of that is garbage anyways, fuck you guys. But like so Sagittarius, you really just have to be most authentically you. That's all we have at this point in time, because everything is trying to be duplicated, replicated, fucking animated, automated. And so Sagittarius, you just being you is one of your most powerful tools right now, as it has been double down on you. Yeah. Messenger, Cirrus energy, bring harmony and balance. So Sagittarius, you just being you are able to help the collective remember to do that for themselves. And this messenger card, which is Sagittarius, if you feel so strongly well in how you have healed yourself, in that you have a message to help heal others, the world in general, that is one of the strongest things you can do. There's been another, like, well, just in general, I will say that I've seen a lot of people who, the second that they get any sort of notoriety, of a platform, you have options. You use that platform to, like, get some kind of power hungry, like, shit that people do. It's a fucking thing. We see that all the time. But also a better thing, because in my collective of things that I actually follow and listen to, I see people get a platform and they immediately give it back tenfold whatever they are receiving, because they don't, you know, they realize, like, the hoarding of all of the attention isn't necessary. Like, there's been a meme that's been going around of, like, not a meme, there's been a video going around of Steve Irwin talking about how whenever he would, like, get any kind of money or, like, attention, it went back to wildlife preservation. It went to getting land to donate to wildlife preservation, because that was his passion, and that is what this full moon is about, is your passion. So the second that you get something, give it back. The second that you have any sense of platform, you speak your truths out into the world, share it, because people want to know. People love that kind of stuff. So Sagittarius, I don't know what your message is, because it's your unique song, but you want to share it the way that you can. This is what the star seeds have for you, but to bring it into our bodies, to embody it, because of all of this fire and air going on, we really want to ground it. I'm going to go to the Land Sky Oracle deck, and it was done by a yogi, so it has philosophies and, yeah, maybe even practices for you to really ground things. Let's see what we got going on for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what do we want? Let's see. Sagittarius, you have tree pose. Tree pose. So Sagittarius, you got tree pose. With that, tree pose is about balance. And I'm not going to do it here because I'm not going to move this camera. But anyways, tree pose is basically you stand on one foot. Before you lift the other foot, you can just lift the heel, play with where balance is for you. And then you're going to bring the lifted heel foot onto the either above or below the knee of the standing foot. And that standing foot is standing so strong because you are rooting deeper into the ground like a tree. You can even imagine, before you lift that one foot off, is that you can imagine yourself being tethered into the center of the earth. That's how we do grounding sometimes, is to visualize a cord from the center of the universe through your crown, through your root or your feet, because right now I'm sitting, so it'd be my root, but yeah, or feet, and then drop it to the center of the earth, wrap that cord around that center, that core, and then pull it back up through your body. You are grounded. And then, so yeah, then you're going to lift that one foot onto the leg or the thigh of the standing leg. And you have options with your hands. You can bring them up into prayer pose. You can make a lotus flower and put it in your crown chakra. You can take prayer pose and put it behind you. Or yeah, you can just chin mudra your branches out into the side. Wherever you are with that Sagittarius, you want to then find a drishti, a point in front of you or on the ground that is not moving. Keeping your eyes focused on something, keeping your eyes focused on something that is not moving is going to help you to further stabilize. And if you become so stable, you can close your eyes and put the focus on your third eye. If you're there, if you're not there, if this is new to you, placing the foot somewhere lower on the calf is going to be more helpful for you. Even just lifting the knee, practice that grounding of the tree pose. Tree pose is going to help bring out stability over time, and that tree is not going to sway over time because you have rooted and grounded. And if you come to a place where you fall out of tree pose, ideally you catch yourself before you fully hit the ground, all of your body. Normally we just stumble a little bit. But the key to tree pose is to not take those stumbles personally. It is more important to focus on how fast from that stumble you come back to your pose, come back into your groundedness, because sometimes those stumbles can lead to frustration, can lead to a sense of, oh, I failed. And so Sagittarius, really tree pose, yes, if you can hold the pose, great, but how fast can you come back from those hiccups? That is really the power of the tree pose, and that's what's going to help you find and just discover the strength and the stability in your words and in your voice. Yeah, that is what I have for you this week, Sagittarius. I hope that helps. I do hope that you really do find grounding in using your voice, in knowing your song, your frequency, and that will lead you to your mission at this time. And I'll see you next week. Bye.